Speaking of chips sinking, I guess, Joe, what is going on with Xbox sales in Europe? This is alarming, if you ask me, sir. Um, so Xbox, according to a report, Xbox sales in Europe have what they're calling collapsed. They are, um, you know,
52% drop.
it's a huge drop. Um, it's what is the PS5 sales are up 143%.
Yep.
Europe when
Switch are
Xbox,
down 20%,
yep,
but Xbox is 52%.
Xbox down 52%. Um, it, okay,
That is not sustainable.
I'm gonna make some bold predictions here, sir.
Oh, get ready. I'm gonna type them in.
Okay, like this is it. Like there's no like I don't think there's gonna be an Xbox successor. Like they're gonna run the ship until 2028. Is that what Phil said about
Something like
the new
that.
Xbox? Right. Um, I just don't think that they're gonna keep spending money in R&D on devices. I don't think it's viable for them anymore. Um, Considering like right now, dude, the Series X is still on sale from Black Friday.
I know.
It's still on.
100 bucks off. I
Yeah,
think that might be the new price.
yeah. They said GameStop still has the 450 Diablo 4
Okay.
bundle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's because that's throwing in a game with it, but
Right.
just the console alone.
Right. So it's this is what happens when you treat your platform like a fire stick. And you just use it
Wow.
and use it for Game Pass. It's like, well, that's what happens, right? It's like people don't care about your device; they can use it or something else, and they're just gonna stick with what they have. But it goes back to um, some recent comments by one of the Xbox executives saying, the Xbox CFO Tim Stewart, that he said that their strategy is to have Xbox on every screen. So whether it be through cloud streaming, whether it be through Game Pass, that's that's what it is, and that's why they didn't buy all this stuff just to put it on Xbox and have no one buy Xboxes, right? That's that's the strategy. The strategy is build up the library that you can rent to other platforms, and I don't know where the I don't know at this point. Like I really don't know where the future of Xbox is. I think Xbox is going to be a platform, no, not a console. And they may still do the Series S kind of device where you can just stream in high quality or just play it local, with a little less quality. But I can totally see them implementing some sort of cloud streaming on Nintendo. Of course, Game Pass on PC is popular. So, what do you think, man? This is very interesting, especially with considering how bad the numbers are. It's because the numbers are bad. Like the
Yeah.
sales numbers are bad.
Yeah.
Like there's no covering up. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, this is not me trying to dunk at all on Xbox. This is not me trying to make fun. Like this is alarming. This is not sustainable. And this is just looking at the facts, the cold hard facts. You can say you love Xbox, you can say that you love that's fine. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to make it your favorite console of choice, all those kinds of things. But from a business standpoint, it is extremely obvious that this is unsustainable. They have to have some type of rebound quick and swift, which would be a miracle in economics when you look at those kinds of numbers for it to jump up as quick as they would need it to be. And when you think about it, what is the saving grace? Like, what is going to get them back to glory as quickly as they need? I don't think, Obed, they have an ace on their
I,
sleeve.
I don't
I don't
know.
think they have something that they've been sitting on the going, this is the one that will bring us back and throw us, into contention again and bring those sales up worldwide. We have yet to see them do it. It felt to me like that big play when they started buying out all these studios was the idea that if we can acquire these things, maybe it will help us get a competitive advantage. But what did they do with it? Not that much so far. Nothing that
Right.
has been as radical as we've suspected. They need a swift, huge, big action. I don't know that Phil Spencer's the guy to do it. Like before all the Phil Spencer, the hate started going on, like earlier this year, you and I talked about it, and we were
Right.
both of the same mindset of like, look, I have nothing but respect for Phil because I know that like he is a pioneer in this space and he's been around and all that stuff. But I think they got to get someone. A long time ago. They should have done this earlier in the year of
Right.
trying to figure out how to move forward, but they didn't. And so for that, it's the same thing, only different. It's the same person running the ship, and it's you're gonna have the same results. That's the definition of insanity. I do like people are gonna be could be shocked. I love Xbox. There's no way anything's gonna go wrong with it. Everything's fine. And then when the news comes out, like your predictions that you're making, Obed, that are bold, and I do believe it. You're dead on. I don't doubt what you're saying at all. I highly endorse what you're saying here. When those things happen, and these fanboys are like, I can't believe it. I didn't see this coming. This is clear, cold, hard facts that are right in front of you. The writing is on the wall and the clock is ticking. But I can
Yeah.
only hope, like I said, there's an ace up their sleeve or some type of drastic thing they can do. Because
Yeah.
when the CFO is telling you we want to have Game Pass in every screen, meaning that Xbox will evolve, which will really just be them
Platform.
downsizing the business, not making, like you're saying, a successor, still being around, but as a app that you're streaming games, that they're basically a system as a service type model, and
Right.
that's it.
Because Microsoft, yeah, Microsoft, they don't want to sell you stuff anymore.
Right.
Like they like straight up. That's how they operate now.
Oh
Like
well,
they
you
don't
know.
they don't want to sell you stuff. You got to
No.
pay your membership thing. You got
Yep.
to pay your yearly thing, right?
365 and all these. Yep.
Right. So they don't want to sell you anything. There was like a rumors about a Windows subscription. It was like you pay every year or whatever for Windows. So
Wow.
they're not even Windows, dude.
Oh my
So
gosh,
like
bro.
they're like they don't wanna sell you anything anymore.
Wow. I did not hear that's
So
crazy.
yeah, you know it's crazy. Okay? I mean it's great. Like for a consumer, it's probably gonna be the the manufacturer is probably gonna be paying Microsoft for that licensing so you in perpetuity so you can use it, right? Because that I don't think that's something that could be given to I don't think that could be widely accepted by consumers, but like on a business, right? All those laptops that have Windows, they're
Ooh.
gonna start charging by user, dude, by
Mm-hmm.
year,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, and there's gonna be
Yep.
an on a recurring fee that they're gonna start charging. So and that's how they change their business, right? Adobe changed it to that
Oh
business
yeah.
model very successfully. Like you know,
They had no competitor too.
right, 100%, right? But over here you got Apple that they're actually
Right.
giving you more with their OS and Microsoft is like, yeah, sometimes you may not have the flexibility, but at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, you know, it's like I always say, it's like, oh, why do you like Apple? Like, why do you like iPhone and
They
stuff? It's
work.
like you're in IT. Why do you like Apple? It's like it just freaking works. Like it never crashes on me. If my email comes in, I can
Yep.
use my apps. My phone doesn't die. I'm fine, dude. That's all I need.
Yep.
Right. And no, Microsoft is gonna start coming in and doing this thing. They don't want to sell you anything, dude. They don't.
No, no, no.
They honestly don't. I think that they're gonna come out with like peripherals, right? Or they're gonna PC controllers, right? They're gonna still like Xbox hardware is still going to be around as accessories for other consoles. Like you can buy an Xbox controller for the Switch for Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
That sort of thing. And yeah, but as a console manufacturer, I really don't see based on the sales, right?
Yeah.
I really don't see it. They haven't talked sales in a long time. Sales are collapsing in Europe. You know, you could all throughout this what 2 years in a row, you could just buy it. Just walk into Target and get an Xbox,
Oh
right?
yeah.
It's like they're everywhere.
Oh yeah.
They've
It was
always been.
not long into its launch that those
Right.
started to show up.
Exactly, right? Versus just now within the last year, that's where you could
Yeah.
just go and get a, I want to say 10 months, like probably like back
Yeah.
in like February, March, that's when you can just go to Best Buy and get a PS5. So,
Yep.
and even to this day, like right now, they're readily available, widely available, right? Both models still. So, right,
And there's still people that have told me like earlier in this year. I don't know now it's gotten better, but I remember even like this summer, there was people I knew that were looking for consoles, and they were like, "I'm looking for the digital. They only have the disc in store. Or I'm looking for the disc. I'm looking for the disc, and they only have like." Those things still would sell
right.
pretty good at local stores. That the people's people who aren't trying to commute out to specific and hunt out for them, but they just their go-to store. They always go to the same Walmart or whatever it is
Right.
that you would see that, they were still going off the shelves.
Yeah. 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 I don't know. It's very interesting. Like it's
Yeah.
like I don't know what the Sony refocus is gonna be. Right. I think Sony right now or PlayStation, like Disney, is going through a transformative I guess season. We'll find
Yeah.
out sometime next year how that's gonna play out. But I know that they like PlayStation. They have a formula. They've stuck to the formula, and the formula's working. And they're probably not gonna make any major changes other than up the price on some stuff like they did
Right. Right.
for PSN. So yeah, it's an interesting time. I really don't know when any of this is gonna end up being, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see revisions of the Series X, and eventually it's gonna be just it's gonna be a Game Pass machine.
Yeah.
There's not gonna be anything else that you can do with it. You must have the subscription. You must have, if you buy an Xbox, you must have Game Pass to even use it. That's going to be the future, right? Because they don't want to sell you
Right.
anything. So they may sell you the console for cheaper, but you still need to pay for your Game Pass to get in. So they're paywalling, paywalling the consoles. Like they're basically a paperweight. Like if you don't have your subscription, you can't do anything with it. That's gonna
Yeah.
and that's gonna be how they're gonna operate in the future. So
Yeah. That's true.
and
That's true.
we're not too far from that. So we'll in my prediction. So we'll see. Joel,
Oh man. Did you see what is your thoughts on this Avatar Frontiers of Pandora launch? Are you thinking it's going to launch pretty successfully? I mean, it's a holiday launch. Big
it
IP.
looks good.
Gameplay looks okay, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks good.
Ubisoft.
I think it's gonna be one of those. Uh, I think reviews are gonna sell this game.
Okay. It needs good reviews.
Yeah, if reviews are good, it's probably gonna sell well. Because it's Far Cry with Avatar, right?
Right.
Yeah, it looks good. Like gameplay looks fine. It
Oh
looks
yeah,
yeah.
tech, yep.
So the gameplay looks good. The game looks good. Like graphics and very nice, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's one of those games that they must nail those reviews. So if they nail
Okay.
the reviews and word of mouth is good, I can see this doing good. I think it's too late in the year where it's not
Hmm.
going to benefit too much of the holidays because of it being a full price game and people looking for sales, right? But I think this game could have legs like next summer whenever it goes on sale. It probably do well. So
Nice, nice.
yep,
All right, it's interesting. Yeah, I was just curious your thought on it because it's
yeah,
coming up here.
yeah.
So
It looks fine. Like I was pleasantly surprised when I saw the demo. So I was like, oh, this
yeah.
actually looks fun. So
Okay. Okay.
cool.
Interesting. Interesting.